I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Fresh set of downs here. And the wideout in motion. On first down, Stafford here. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. That was second down run for Murray. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. It's brought in by Bolden. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. On first down, Murray. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They're going to look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Arakpo. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Meter able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin the drive with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go to Johnson again. They find some open field here. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. So the D-line's going to spread out. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And it's been Miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down at Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 5. In motion goes the tight end. To throw on second down is Stafford. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Off to the races. DeMarco Murray. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray, 61 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go! Green, over!
Back to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Detroit! Let's go! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got room. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Watch it now, Barney! Here we go now. All right, now look at 56. Watch it now.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 38 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Play fake here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 15. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. With it is Jackson. Touchdown, Titans.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
And he puts it through. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken very short. Gets around him. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now the offense operates in the red zone. First down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Carry of the game now, Murray. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Matthews, the receiver, goes in motion left. They go with Murray again. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Try to run it in with Murray. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them, if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
All right, here we go.
Johnson on the counter. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go now. 3-19. Over. Back
now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Adoree Jackson on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Again, it's Murray. Room here to run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Back to throw. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff. It's Murray. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? Now, it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. From Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny. But they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
Will, I'm not playing with the 5'2" boys, bro. What's wrong with them? Will. What's wrong with the 5'2" boys, Will? What I tell them niggas, Will? Didn't I tell them, Will?